Well, on this episode, I'll be talking to you about a simple procedure, but that many referees get it wrong, and it is the substitution. Stay until the end because at the end, I will also talk to you about uh, how to call the game with the under 12s, especially if it's your first year on VJBL or VC. Again, right at the end, I'll talk to you about what I'm getting up to on this coming weekend. Okay, substitution. By rule, the player has to ask substitution to the bench. Once he tells the bench there's a substitution, let's say you made a call, it's a foul on number 3, blue, sideline, you walk towards the bench and you call the foul on number 3, blue, hands foul, sideline. So at that moment, you have the attention of the scorers. You can then, at that particular time, the scorer should tell you there's a sub on red, then you go X. So now this X doesn't go towards the player on the court, it doesn't go towards the player coming onto the court. The X is towards the scorer's bench. It's just to notify the scorer's bench that the sub has been granted, and then you invite the player to come in from the red team. Once the player comes in and the other player is off the court, then you give your thumbs up to your fellow referee. Then the game can now resume because the sub is being completed. Remember, if you are on a 3-man referee or 3-person referee, the center referee takes the subs. And sometimes the center referee will be on the opposite side of the scorer's bench. But it is up to the scorers, the center referee, to notice that there is a sub being requested, ask the trail referee to stop the game, grant the sub by Xing up towards the scorer's bench and inviting the player. And once the sub is completed, then you can give the thumbs up to the trail referee to then resume the game. Now, as I promised, how to call the under 12s. And this doesn't really matter if you're on a different state or a different country. I am from Melbourne, so we have a competition called VC, which is a Victoria Championship, and on the same grade of competition, a bit lower grade, is the VJBL, which is Victoria Junior Basketball League. So the VC is part of the VJBL. When you referee under 12s, domestics, and also VC or VJBL, you must call all contacts. These are children, they need to be protected. Every time there is a bump, one goes, especially if one falls to the ground or two falls to the ground, make a call. And it doesn't really matter if it's a charge or a block, as long as there's a call made, because these are children and they need to be protected at all times. And if a player, you notice that a player is crying or upset or holding on to his elbow or holding on to his shoulder, rubbing his shoulder or finger, go towards the player and ask, are you okay? Most likely you will say yes, because he wants to stay on the court. Also, on the same time, approach his coach or head coach and say, is number 5 okay? I just noticed he's rubbing his shoulder or he's touching her elbow. If the coach says yes, that is okay or she's okay, that's fine. You have done your job. Duty of care of a child, you have working with children, check, you have done your job. If something else happened after that, there is not much you could have done to assist the player. Now, what am I getting up to this weekend? Wow, that's the fun bit. On this weekend coming up, I'm gonna be either flying or driving to Wodonga. If I'm driving, I will drive straight to Wodonga. If I'm flying, I'm gonna fly to Albury, which is about 2 minutes drive from Wodonga, and then I'll hire a car and drive into Wodonga, stay at the accommodation, referee my games on the way back, drop off the car at the airport, and fly back. If I'm driving, I'll drive late Friday night, probably have games at MSEC, and then from MSEC, after I finish my grading games, I'll jump in my car, fill up my petrol, and I'll drive all the way to Wodonga, 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours or so, straight to my accommodation, never shower, sleep, and the next morning get up at 7, because I'm pretty sure the first game will be at 8 a.m. in Wodonga. I'm really looking forward to come to Wodonga and referee another tournament, as I've been doing many years. So I've got a massive fan club in Wodonga, so I can't wait to get there and see them all, give them big high fives, and make some videos while I'm in Wodonga. So I'll repeat, if you haven't done so yet, subscribe, like, share, comment, get involved, let the group grow, and let's go. Basketball for Dummies, live.